Welcome to the Mr. Rich channel. Today I'm going to share my journey starting with a capital of $527 using a compounding strategy that has become my trusted method in trading. This strategy isn't just theory. I've tested it myself in live markets, and it's proven to generate significant profits, even multiplying the initial capital many times over. In this video, I'll show you how I analyze the market when I decide to enter trades, and how I manage risk so that my trading account can keep growing steadily. So make sure you watch this video until the end, because this strategy might just be the turning point for your trading success. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss my latest trading strategies. Let's start this journey from $527 toward bigger profits. Alright guys, in this market I've decided to open a sell position. There are several strong reasons behind this decision. First, I noticed that a crossover has occurred on the moving average indicator. This crossover is one of my key signals because it often indicates a potential change in the direction of the trend. In this case, the signal suggests that a downtrend is starting to form. Second, after the crossover, I observed that red candles began dominating the market movement. This is a strong indication that sellers are currently in control. Third, I noticed 3 consecutive Marubozu candles forming. These Marubozu candles have long bodies with minimal wicks, signifying strong selling pressure and almost no resistance from buyers. This further strengthens my confidence that the downtrend is likely to continue. Let's see whether this position results in a profit. Okay, it's a profit, guys. Now, I'm going to open the market again and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, in this market, I've decided to open a buy position. The reason is quite clear. The red line you see on my chart here serves as a resistance level, which is often an area where price tends to reverse. Earlier, the price touched this red line, and then a rejection candle appeared, meaning the price was initially pushed downward but was strongly rejected and bounced back upward. This rejection candle is an important confirmation for me because typically, when there's a strong rejection at a resistance level, it could be an early sign of a potential reversal to the upside, even though there was a prior indication of a crossover on the moving average that eventually failed. I still chose to go for a buy position. Why? Because this price action signal from the rejection is far stronger than a failed technical signal. Patterns like this are quite common when the market is consolidating before making a stronger upward move. Let's see together whether this position ends up in profit or not. Alright guys, the previous position turned out to be profitable. Now I've opened the market again, and this time I've decided to enter a sell position. There are several solid reasons why I chose to sell. First, I noticed a crossover signal on the indicator which suggests the beginning of a potential downtrend. Crossovers like this are one of the key signals in my trading strategy. Second, the red line, which previously acted as a support level, was successfully broken by the price, indicating strong selling pressure that buyers couldn't hold back anymore. After the break below the red line, I saw consecutive red candles forming with relatively large bodies, further confirming that sellers are currently dominating the market. So, based on the combination of the technical signal from the crossover, the break of support, and the clear dominance of bearish candles, I decided to enter a sell position to ride the momentum of this downtrend. Let's see together whether this position ends up in profit. Alright guys, the previous position was profitable. Now, I've opened the market again, and in this market, I've decided to open a buy position. The reason is simple, but crucial. I'm simply following the trend. I can clearly see that the current trend is upward, as shown by the series of consecutive green candles. The candle bodies are also quite large, indicating that buyers are dominating the market. Furthermore, there are no significant signs of rejection from sellers, which gives me more confidence that the uptrend is likely to continue. So in this situation, I prefer to go with the market flow rather than trying to go against the trend. Because in trading with the trend always offers higher probability compared to trading against it. Let's see together if this buy position will also result in profit. Alright guys, the previous position was profitable. Now I've opened the market again, and in this market I've decided to enter a sell position. The reason is quite clear. As you can see, this red line acts as a resistance level, an area where price often bounces back down after reaching it. Right now, the price has bounced back downward because the last candle rejected the red line. This means even though the price attempted to move higher, it was immediately pushed back down, showing strong selling pressure. Even though there's an indication of a crossover on the indicator, I'm not putting much weight on it this time, because in my analysis, that crossover is likely to fail against this strong resistance level. So I've decided to go for a sell position because of the combination of resistance, the rejection candle, and the visible seller dominance starting to build up. Let's see together if this position turns out to be profitable. Alright guys, the previous position turned out profitable. And this time I've decided to enter a sell position. My reason is pretty clear. I noticed a crossover happening on the moving average indicator, which is often one of the early signals of a potential trend reversal. This crossover indicates that selling momentum is starting to build up, meaning there's a strong chance the price might continue to drop in the near term. Besides that, I've also observed that several recent candles have been dominated by red. Even though the sizes aren't too big yet, it's a sign that selling pressure is increasing. So I decided to go for a sell position, following both the technical signal and confirmation from the price action. Let's see together whether this position will end up profitable. Okay, another profit guys. Let's open the market again and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, right now I've decided to enter a sell position. The reason is pretty clear. I noticed a crossover happening on the moving average indicator, which is often a significant sign that the trend might be preparing to reverse direction. This crossover suggests that the market momentum may be shifting towards the sellers, meaning the price could start moving down in the near future. So I'm choosing to sell because I want to capture the momentum signaled by this technical indicator. Let's see whether my decision turns out profitable this time. Okay, another profit guys. Let's open the market again and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, right now I've decided to enter a buy position. My reasoning is quite solid. As you can see, the red line, which previously acted as resistance, has been broken by this large Marubozu candle. A Marubozu candle like this indicates very strong buying power. After that, a doji candle appeared right above the red line. This doji often signals indecision between buyers and sellers, or it can even be an early sign of a potential upward reversal. In this situation, I've also noticed that there are no significant bearish candles appearing, meaning there's no strong selling pressure at the moment. So I concluded that there's a high chance the price will continue moving up, and I decided to buy to catch this momentum. Let's see if this position ends up in profit. Okay, another profit guys. Let's open the market again and look for the next opportunity. Alright guys, right now I've decided to enter a sell position. The reason is quite strong. Currently, The price is closing mostly below the green line, which indicates that selling pressure is still significant and the trend remains bearish. Besides that, there's also a crossover happening on the moving average indicator, which is often an early sign of a trend change or a confirmation that the downtrend will continue. With these conditions, I believe there's still potential for the price to drop even further, so I've decided to sell to take advantage of this downward momentum. Let's see together whether this position turns out profitable. Alright guys, the previous position was profitable. Now, I've opened the market again. This time, I've decided to enter a buy position. My reason is simple but crucial. I'm simply following the market's direction. In other words, I'm following the trend. From what I'm observing, the current trend is clearly moving upward, shown by a series of bullish green candles dominating the chart. There's no significant sign of reversal, so I prefer to go with the flow of the trend to increase the chances of profit. So I've decided to buy. Let's see together whether this position will turn out profitable. Alright guys, right now I've decided to enter a buy position. The reason is quite clear. First of all, I noticed the formation of a large green Marubozu candle. A Marubozu candle like this usually signals strong buying pressure and often serves as an early sign that an upward trend might be forming. Right after the Marubozu appeared, I also observed a crossover happening on the moving average indicator, specifically between the green and yellow lines. This crossover further confirms that the market is likely preparing for a continued upward move. So, the combination of a strong Marubozu candle and the technical signal from the moving average crossover gives me the confidence to enter a buy position this time. Let's see together whether this position turns out profitable. Okay, another profit, guys. Let's open the market again and look for the next opportunity. And this time, I've decided to enter a sell position. The reason is because there's a crossover happening on the moving average indicator. Such a crossover is often an early sign of a trend reversal or a confirmation that the downtrend will continue. With this technical signal, I'm confident that there's still a good chance for the price to move further downward. So I've chosen to sell and ride the market momentum. Let's see together whether this position ends up profitable. Alright guys, right now I've decided to enter a buy position. The reason is quite clear. There's a crossover happening on the moving average indicator and also on the MACD. A crossover like this usually serves as a strong signal that the trend might move upward, or at least there's going to be a bullish push in the short term. Let's see together whether this position ends up profitable. Okay, it's a profit, guys. Now, I'm going to open the market again and analyze it further. If I see a good setup, I'll open another position. But if not, I'd rather stop trading for today. After checking and analyzing the market more deeply, it looks like there's no solid pattern right now for me to trade on. So, I've decided to secure the profits I've already made. And as you can see, with this strategy, my balance has now grown to more than $1,200,000. That's incredible. For those of you who want to learn this strategy in depth or get my trading signals with over 97% accuracy, go ahead and join my VIP group. See you in the next video, guys. Wishing you lots of profits.